whole bunch of them. They stacked up right here. It's giving me a little bit of anxiety. Ooh, this library is closing in on me. That's what I feel like. Hey, y'all. Hola, hola. I'm gonna turn this light on. See. No, maybe this one. Yeah, we don't need that. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We did not get to Toby yesterday, so we're gonna do it this morning. How about that? Y'all want to do Toby this morning? Y'all probably would have only read it, but good morning, Amber. One of my favorite families growing up had a daughter named Amber. She was the baby of all. I think they had 5 children. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Marcia or Marsha, Tracy, 80 boy, Swayze. Good morning, everybody. So we did. Who went on and read Toby yesterday? Because if y'all went on and read it, we could just talk. I'm the baby of 5 too. Girl, ain't that crazy? So I saw something very disturbing. I'm gonna wait till about 5 minutes to talk to y'all about it. But it's really doing something to my spirit. Hi, Miss Bell. Good morning, one love, Miss Lisa, Shelly, everybody, Bluehead Gal. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Toya. Toya, you another baby of 5? I'm the second of 3. Well, in my mama's, I'm the third of 4, and then on my real dad's side, y'all look at this. Y'all know y'all my family for real. I got on 5 nails between teeth. I'm here. Good morning, Joy. Good morning, Miss Crawford. Boss Lady. Riz. I heard your voice in my living room. Why was my tablet playing by itself? I just woke up. See, it's been weird stuff going on around here too. Not that the Lord didn't woke you up with a CERCA alarm. Good morning. That's spooky. That's spooky. Y'all hear that? She said she woke up and heard 50% of the nails, girl. Yes, I'm going to do them today. Good morning, Auntie. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. So listen, you don't want to eat certain foods now. Ooh. All right, I ain't gonna wait. We about to bust it open. So listen, have y'all seen the version of COVID that is giving you basically pink eye? Good morning, Miss Collins. Y'all remember when I told y'all I came back from or right before I went? Yes, right before I went to Tennessee, my eyes started messing up. My eye had swollen all up. It was leaking and everything. It's turning people's eyes pink. Who remembers? Didn't the movie just come out where people's eyes was turning red and bleeding, and that's how you knew they was sick? What movie was that? Good morning, Miss Kayla. Your son has that now. It's a version of COVID. Hey, baby, it's a version of COVID. What's the movie where their eyes turned red and that's how you knew they were sick? It's a movie. This is why I canceled our meet and greets too. Y'all remember the movie where they knew they were sick? It ain't been. Is it 28 days later? Now, I think 28 days later, and the movie with the monkey. Good morning, Ro. 28 days later, and the movie with the monkey, they might have came out in the same decade, right? I was getting ready to say, Tamika, get out my stuff. Because the Margot virus or the whatever that is, outbreak. Outbreak and that movie came out, I think they came out in the same decade. But look at this. Ebola is back. It's the Marburg virus or the is it Marburg virus? And y'all remember we were studying the Marburgs were vampires. They own the Salem witch thing, but you can look at them. Von Marburg or whatever. They was vampires, like an old English family or something like that. Okay, so not only that, I know y'all told me that they gave all the government officials satellite phones. Who remembers me saying that we need walkie talkies bad? I stressed that a lot last year and earlier this year. Excuse me. I said you need to get a walkie talkie for every person in your house. Hey, LaShonda, you you got your walkie talkies? Because if they hit the phones, we just gonna pray that because um, they work on static electricity or whatever, don't they? Same way that the radio do. Who else? Didn't I tell y'all? Oh, also, and I'm not saying it like I told y'all. I'm saying it like, please listen, hearken, okay, to the portent that's coming. They been had satellite phones, nothing new. I get it, but okay, whatever. Anyway, moving on. Like I said, like I told y'all, get your walkie talkies, the rechargeable kind, for one for everybody in your house. Long range, if you can, the longest range you can. Okay. We got our wood burning portable ovens. We have tents. We have cast iron skillets. So when you have to cook outside, because that cheap, cute stuff ain't about to do nothing. If we have to, um, uh, whatever, we got our wool blankets. We have our disaster preparedness food. We have our potassium iodide tablets. We have knife sharpeners, manual meat grinders, manual grinders for our herbs. We have been drying vegetables and meat for a whole year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, terracotta plants you can cook in them. Mm-hmm. Shortwave radios are good. You just need some kind of something that you can, and y'all need battery operated radios, y'all, because if they hit the internet and the TV, seeing as how everything that we do is on Wi-Fi, how you gonna watch TV? How you gonna know what's going on? So you need to have a radio. You need a radio. What's good for rust on cast iron? Elbow grease. Elbow grease. You can go online and type in restore cast iron. It's gonna walk you through the process. Some of it might take you 2 days, but it's worth it. And if you find rusted cast iron, get them. Get them. Go to the honey. And I got a lot. I got a lot of cast iron. I have the cast iron grates for you to cook that you can put on the hooks and hang the meat. I got all of that, and I started picking that stuff up at the Goodwill because they'll take it there and it might have a little rust on it. It ain't nothing but some elbow grease to get it beautiful, black, and shiny, honey, and some oil. Yep, yep. So look up that. Listen, because those Dutch ovens and those French ovens are gonna come in handy if you have to bake something. It's an oven. So you can put that down in the ground and cover it with dirt and stuff, and it's gonna cook just like your oven. You put the fire underneath there, let it turn to the coal, turn the coal, let the turn coals white, the coals turn white, and then you can bake make your stews. But like I got one that got a grill plate on the top of it. I got a lot of it. I got a lot of cast iron. You need cast iron. Cause this little stuff that they selling now, that stuff ain't about to hold up if you gotta put it over an open fire and be boiling water all day. Them handles is gonna burn off, and the Teflon in them gonna make. Why prepare to stay here? Are you here right now? Do you realize in less than 30 days we'll be in a cashless society? Do you think you're gonna die in 30 days? Because if you're not gonna take the mark, how you gonna get in a grocery store? You just gonna die off. You got kids, a mama. You ready to see your family starve to death? Starving to death is one of the worst and most painful and excruciating deaths that you could do. So I'm gonna try to do what I can do until the Lord show up. I don't know about you, because I don't plan on taking the mark. So then I need to be preparing so that I don't have to be forced to do so. Unless you plan on dying in the next 30 days. People crazy. I don't want to see my grandkids starving to death. I want them to have clean water to drink and not be scared to be sitting up in the dark all day because I didn't prepare. God told us it was coming, so you do yourself and your family an injustice if you don't prepare for it unless you don't believe what God say. I do. And everything that he done told me, especially in the last 12 months, all of it's coming fast. Down to hurry up and get you a walkie-talkie because they're gonna get to. That was about last year this time when we was talking about that. When we started talking about tents and all those things. So it's been about 12 months. And the proof is on YouTube. So remember I said, y'all, we probably ain't gonna be able to go outside. Something is coming and we not gonna. I have a rechargeable bulb throughout the house. No one knows they are my special bulbs. Come on, auntie. We ain't gotta tell nobody. We just do what we do around here. What's gonna happen? But they was planning. COVID was a test run, so there's that. What the Lord said is coming is coming. The cable people outside playing with this internet. You already know they was playing with mine too. Hmm. So I suggest you don't waste money trying to front and make people think you got it, and have the stuff that if you and your family can't leave out of your house for 6 months straight, y'all can eat, bathe, clean yourself, clean your home, and be able to be okay and not lose your mind and have to go outside and put yourself at danger because people forget that we're at war too. So not only are we fighting a sickness, there are countries that want to eliminate the United States. And our money don't hold no weight now. So I told y'all last year it wasn't no money. Now the American dollar ain't worth nothing. And since then we've saw several countries taking their paper money and shredded it, making purses out of it. It's in the streets, taking shovels and shoveling it out. And God said that that was going to happen at the end times. That the things that the world deemed valuable were not going to be valuable. Wonder why my daddy always talking about sowing and reaping. He was teaching you farming as well. Seed time, harvest, how long it takes things to grow, and so that you can understand that applies to your natural food and your spiritual food. The seasons of when to plant and what plants to plant. The Bible is full of everything that you need if you look at it right. Tells you how to build a fortress, how to test the people so you know you don't have enemies in your camp, what grains to store, how you can use them. There's a lot of information in the Bible if you look at it right. Come on, Tamika. I'm just saying. Who been tricking you not to read it? And it got everything you need in it. Uh-huh. So I put an ice maker. Y'all probably already got them, but for those of you that don't, Amazon has an ice maker, a countertop ice maker on sale for $89 or seven. It ends up being like $81 and some change. I put that on our survival list because if you have a generator or something and the refrigerator goes bad, you can at least make ice out of your sink water to hold your stuff, to keep it, right? If you need to make ice packs and things like that, as long as you can plug this into something, you can make ice, which can, you know what I'm saying, keep your meat, keep your butter, keep whatever. So I put one in there. It's like $89 or something like that, $87, but they got $10 off, so it ends up being like $70, 71, 74, something like that. But think about that. If you trying to, because there's different ways that you can, like some people do meat where they do it on ice and salt and do something to it and this and that. But if you need to get ice, because think about it, when there's emergencies, don't people clear it? Like if the power go out or something like that to people that don't have generators or a way, the first thing they go is ice. Because people be trying to pack their meat and pack, you know what I'm saying? Right? But if you got your own ice maker and there's still some type of power in your generator, you can continually be making ice all day to keep your meat and your food and your stuff from your milk or whatever from spoiling. Especially if you got a good sized cooler. You can just keep filling that up with ice and you have a refrigerator right there. As long as you have the access to water and some type of electrical outlet. Ice makers are on sale at Menards too. They know what's coming. And see, these simple things, you don't think about it. But how you gonna keep your food cold if something happened? But if you got a generator and an ice maker, you could just be making ice and pouring it into your cooler. Because that refrigerator gonna stay good for about 2 days. By that time, you should be made enough ice, excuse me, to fill up some buckets or something to put your stuff in. Hell, if you have to run it in the car on one of them plug-ins for the car, that'll run your stuff. Put it in the car and run it. These things don't seem like they're going to be generators on sale because they know what's going on, Auntie. I hope y'all listening because $80 y'all spend that going to get wings with your girls and getting drinks and whatever else. Okay, that could be an ice maker for your house. A weekend of $30 to get into the club, 3 drinks, and whatever outfit you bought, you could have an ice maker and a generator. And you already got a chargeable portable water filtration system, right? You already got a portable water filtration system. So even if the water that you have to get is not good, you can run it through here, okay? And then put it into your ice machine and our big tall Berkey like things that we got when Walmart put them on sale for $104. So now you have several ways to filter your water because we're gonna run it through here, then we're gonna run it through our Berkey, then we'll put it in our ice machine, and we got our water straws. So that's 3 or 4 different levels of purification so that your family can have good water. That Berkey thing, not the Berkey, the real one, not no problem towards Berkey, but they got a generic one on there called a Pure Well. They got a couple different ones, and they're portable. So if you got to be out in the wild, in a where there's a little river or lake, you can literally purify that water too. You can run that through your Berkey, run it through here first, then run it through your Berkey and drink out your straw. Your family will be good. And it breaks down, you pour the water out and put it in jugs or whatever. But this, you can set in between two buckets or two 5-gallon paint buckets, fill that up with dirty water, sit this in the middle, and it's going to filter all of that out, and it's rechargeable. If you got water purification tablets, you in an even better situation. Okay? These are things that are going to be super valuable in the next 6 months to a year, y'all. So I just reposted a lady's video on TikTok, and I didn't even watch all the way through, but she said before June 30th, you need to get as much money as you can and buy tangible assets. That's what she said. Which, to me, tangible assets are flour, sugar, salt, oil, dried goods, beans, pasta, things to make bread, yeast, these things. Okay. Okay. Because the banking system has crashed. It's over. You can keep acting like it ain't, but it has. So you need to have the things that cleared out when COVID first hit and there was pandemonium and people were pushing and trying to get stuff, toilet paper, washing powder, soap, pine sol, bleach, things to clean your house, whatever you're going to need for that, wipes. Make your own bleach wipes or whatever if you have to be cleaning stuff down, because crayons, markers, games, all of these things are going to be very important, because if you're watching Sweet Tooth, you can see that people couldn't go outside. They had to be quiet. They had to watch all the stuff that I've been telling y'all we need to train our kids for. Who's watching Sweet Tooth? Did y'all see that them babies had to have escape plans and stuff? Did y'all see they had to have them kids wasn't sitting there screaming, "Mommy," they kicked into action. Good show to have the kids watch so that they can understand. It might come a time where y'all see that little girl crawling on the floor. She got everybody out, got them down into the sewers. I didn't talk to y'all about me and my brothers running through the sewers, and I saw that yesterday. I said, "Yeah, sound about right." Them babies had to be okay because their parents was gone. And I told y'all, just like they doing with them babies at the border, they separate the mama from the daddy from the children. You might not be with your kids. You need to teach your children to survive without you. Because what's real crazy is, now, one of the videos that I posted about a month ago that was from 2017 or 2019, I say, y'all, what's going to happen in 2020 or after 2020 that's not going to allow us to go from state to state where they close off the borders? What's happening in Florida right now? Checkpoints. And if you do not prove that you are licensed to whatever to be in America, They are taking you away. They don't have to tell nobody where you at. Nothing. Nothing. So training your children to stay put when you tell them to be quiet, when you tell them to listen, could be the difference between y'all being found out for whatever is going on. Take the time now to train them. My friends and family thought I was traumatizing my kids, but God has always put what's happening right now has been laying on my chest since I was like 5, for real. I started having dreams about the end of the world when I was like 5 years old that I can remember. Night terrors. So seeing everything happen right now is for me, but I gotta remain calm because I have to do this and get other people prepared. But it's always been this urgency on my chest. Anybody that has ever met me personally will tell you that has known me from since I was 5 years old. She always been talking about the rapture, the end of the world, the mark of the beast, making sure you have food. This has been my life walk. Whether I was in a strip club, corporate America, church, the club, wherever, I was gonna tell somebody. You all need to get prepared. Don't waste money. Buy as much dehydrated and freeze dried food for the meat, the cheese, all the stuff that you go and get in the grocery store. You need to have it in a cabinet stable version. A cabinet stable, they have cabinet stable cheese, cabinet stable vegetables, all of this stuff that you don't need no refrigeration. Milk, butter, powders. Ways to strain your oil and reuse it. Because that stuff goes and you gotta wait till the shipment comes in. So ain't gonna be no, oh, I don't reuse grease. You better learn what them old people used to do. Get your strainers and you strain the fish grease, the chicken grease, and everything else. Because you gonna have to reuse it. Ain't gonna be no, oh, we just letting stuff go. You better start learning portion control now, getting your family ready to eat on maybe only twice a day. We're gonna have a brunch style meal between 10 and 12 where you get full, maybe a snack, and then at 5 or 7, we're gonna have dinner. Cause to stretch your food, you ain't gonna be able to just keep going in the kitchen and all of that and buying snacks because it ain't gonna be none. Y'all seen what happened in COVID? Yeah, it was snacks left and with no beans, rice, pasta, a tomato sauce, green beans, corn, the stuff that matters that you can make a goulash from, or none of that. Flour, sugar, all that stuff was gone, and you had to wait. Older lady told me I've been looking for cornmeal. I went and bought me some. We might not be able to go outside, family. Please get your stuff together. For those of you that might have thought I was crazy, if you don't see it happening, you gotta be an ostrich right now. And if your family don't see, y'all done seen the movies. Which person do you want to be? You decide that now. And when folks get to inviting you on stuff, think about the money you're gonna spend and look at your learn to forage. Yep. I'm getting ready to go find all of these pain plants so I can dry them and have them stored up. Because we know Tylenol ain't been around since last year. So, yep, I've been looking. And I'm about to do my cheese too. I'm going to let y'all know how it go. I do. I shared a lot of her stuff last year. She had like maybe 10 or maybe 30,000 followers. I was sharing her stuff everywhere. Now she got her own show. It's cool. She got her own show now. Yes, she is. She's actually started a further trend because now everybody doing what she did. They even be using her stuff. I seen it. Hmm. She started forging trends. She showed me. She did that, didn't she? The don't die, happy snacking, don't die lady. I can't think of her name. Happy snacking and remember, don't die. That was so good that she did that. Shelly, have you seen a soap video? If you haven't seen it, I probably haven't done it. Yes. Nope. Because I've been trying to get the app online. I done did a whole bunch of stuff since then. But I mean, soap videos is on the internet because that's where I'm gonna have to go watch mine at. But I'm about to get this cheese popping. For real, for real. I said that probably this weekend. That's my thing. I'm about to practice this cheese because I seen some girls doing it and they was putting it. They had it all laid out. So I wanna get on that. You need to start putting your food stuff together. Yes, ma'am. Because then they stop the extra stamps. That's so crazy. We talked about that last year. I said, y'all, why they giving y'all these extra stamps? Please go buy all this dehydrated food that you can get. Because they going to cut them stamps. And that's exactly what they did, what, March of this year? And food is still more expensive. The food didn't go back down. Y'all remember? God, listen. I kept telling y'all, I said, listen, they going to take them stamps. So why they giving y'all extra? These are the things you need to stack up on. And the food, and I said the food is gonna still be expensive, so you're not gonna be able to buy as much, which is gonna cause a food shortage, a famine. I said the food don't have to be gone for it to be a famine. It just gotta be too expensive where what you buying don't last. You said last May 22nd. What happened? That's when we was talking about it. This girl don't never check to see if I'm online. She just called. Can y'all hear me? And yes, it's the same kid every time. And hello, if you gonna come in here. Oh, 22. Oh, okay. No, some people were still getting them up until May of this year, Mama. I mean March. Some people were still getting them up until March. Kayla, they didn't freeze me out. Y'all needs to get. She gonna call every. Yours cut March of this year. Every day she does that. Y'all see? That's the one that used to put her fingers under the door when I was in the bathroom. That's the one that when I got married, she didn't care. And she would come on Saturdays and get in the bed with me. Like my husband wasn't laying on the other side of me, and he would look up like this and say, "Do she know I'm here?" She don't care. When I go, if I go get on the toilet first thing in the morning, she's the child that is gonna FaceTime me. I just do like this. Mm-hmm. She gone. She says she ain't new to it, she true to it. And that's about what she say. Why are you even bothered? You already know. And she don't even live in a state with me. She lives 2 states over. And it has not changed. And she's 20, about to be 21. She's a whole mom herself. My other daughter called me last night talking about, yeah, mom, you're never not a mom, huh? No. No. 3 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, when I'm asleep, when I'm pooping, and when I'm in the tub, it don't matter. I still be needing Calgon days, and they ain't even in the state where I'm in. I want to say this, and then we're going to get to class. What's funny is my grandson, y'all know he was here this weekend. First time at my house. So who's heard me say that I don't let people leave stuff at my house because that's a reason for them to come back? Y'all ever heard me say that? I don't like people leaving stuff at my house because then they feel like they can just come back because they left something. So I always try to go through my house and make sure whatever it is that you brought with you, honey, I don't care if it's the earring back. No, take it with you. Listen. I looked on the side of my refrigerator yesterday. And there was one sock. Now, I remember because he kept throwing it back there, and I would get it and say, get away from here. So at one of them times, he waited until I was not paying attention. And he threw that damn sock in between the refrigerator and the wall. So I sent a picture to his mama today, and I said, tell your son quit dropping his baby magic at my house. Trying to leave something so he got a reason to come back. She said, look at him, marking his territory. Yeah, grandson. No. You acting like the grown men now. I'm going to need you to not. Don't be trying to leave no socks or no shirts or no drawers over here so you have a reason to come back. Absolutely not. Mm-mm. No, you didn't, boy. I'm sending it in the mail. You come back when I say you can come back. Yes, he did. He threw it right behind the thing. Like, yep, that way I got a reason to come. Oh, yes, honey. When I was in my childbearing years, but I didn't want no kids, you could not bring no baby stuff to my house and leave it. You could bring the baby. Don't leave a rattle, a blanket, a diaper, nothing. Don't drop your baby magic around here because we don't want no babies showing up around here. And every time somebody left a baby sock or something within a month or so, CERCA was pregnant. And I told him, don't bring your baby magic around here. Don't bring it. Don't drop no baby magic off here. No. Yes, honey. Girl, when he punched my picture, though, I wanted to whoop his butt. I guess he said, these eyes is following me. He punched that picture a couple times. Listen, don't drop your baby magic around here. There's baby batter and there's baby magic. Okay, we all know what baby batter is. Don't leave that around here either. Because if you don't leave the baby batter, then the baby magic don't show up. Nope. No baby batter. No baby magic. No, thank you. Oh, no. Mm-mm. Back to Toby. I don't want no parts of none of that. None. Listen here. Yes, that picture, hoodie. Am I still y'all? Jan, because everybody done went and looked it up. Y'all already done learn how to dehydrate. Y'all already did. Y'all done went to you. I know y'all. Y'all done went to YouTube and found them. Ain't no sense in me doing it now. I want to do all of them classes, but y'all be having me doing 1,000 other things. So I don't. I ain't had no time. I really, because and that's sad, because I haven't had any time to dehydrate anything for myself either. But now that I know you can do these canned goods, I got 1,000 canned goods, so I'm probably just gonna do the canned goods. That's what I'm gonna do. If I do anything, it ain't gonna be no fresh vegetables. It's gonna be them canned goods in there that I need to go and get done with, and put them in bags. Right, frozen vegetables too. Yeah. So, because I need to, because I haven't dehydrated nothing in over a year. hmm So, with that, to Tobit, please, the second book. You can get it on Bible Gateway. Okay? Yeah. And you can go to the food bank if you don't want to waste your money and you want to practice. Go to the food bank. Go get in a food line. They're going to give you 1,000 canned goods. Dehydrate that first. And you can use your You got a you pick farms here, peaches, blueberries, strawberries. Where you at, Jan? Hold on. That's a good idea. Find a you pick for I didn't know about that. I think they have those in Arizona though. Central Florida. Well, y'all gotta be careful moving around. It's a you pick farm, but they probably got them everywhere. Cause I know they have a blueberry one in Indiana where you go and you pick your own blueberries and they weigh them by the pound. They have it. They do strawberries one year. I think blueberries the next year. So if you in Indy, if you don't know about it, it's over there on Michigan Road, like 68th or 67th or something like that, and Michigan Road, right on the right hand side if you coming from 86, and if you coming from 38th Street. You know about a day? Well, right around now they letting you pick the blueberries and the strawberries or whatever they got, because every year they alternate. That's a good deal though. Y'all have them in Mississippi. Well, thank you, Miss Jan. Well, that's what we need to be doing. I need to find out if it's one out here by me. You found the ice maker and it's still on sale for $10 off too. Actually, it's more than that because I think it was 100 and something. It's like 119 or 129, and they marked it down to 89. Then it's $10 off. So, yeah, I'm telling you that's gonna be a good deal. Because if it ain't no ice in the store, you can make ice at home. Mm-hmm. To preserve your food, your milk, cheese, whatever. So I'm gonna brag, Florida has you pick farms too. Okay, Carl, where you at? Where you watching us from, Mr. Abroad? Going to Depot this weekend to learn how to make a fire pit. Good job. They have strawberries and blueberries here in Eastern North Carolina in Wilmington. Okay, thank you. Italy? Oh, shit, wait a minute. Oh, you in Italy? Okay. Well, send us some bread. And some. Ooh, Italy is where they make the best pork meat. You eat pork? Can you send us some prosciutto? Because they got the best pigs in Italy, I heard. They got some sausage out there or something. I'm playing. Send us some prosciutto. And some, what's the other one, y'all? What's the other delicacy from there? Driving Winberry Farm on Michigan Road. Okay. And also Tuttle Farms for apples and watermelons. Ooh. What is it? What's the other one that they always be using on the cooking channel? It's prosciutto and what's the other one? What's the other one, y'all? Yeah, mozzarella and buffalo. Okay, I ain't never heard of no buffalo cheese, but all right. We'll put us on with pancetta. That's it. Pancetta. 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 Yeah. Is it pancetta? Good job, Miss Jen. Good job. Good job. Look at me, always looking for the food. Always looking for the food. Cattle Farms in Dumpling County also has fruits and vegetables. Ooh, look at y'all looking it up. Guess what that could be? Field trip for the family. Right? It works as a double thing because y'all going to get the experience. So if you grow them at home, you know what you're going to have to do. Two, you're getting your dehydrating things for your blueberries and strawberries and whatever fruit you're going to drive. Three, it's a good thing. The babies learn something. Instead of how to look at other people pick them, they can go and do it themselves. So you get the food that you're going to dehydrate for the low because you're picking it yourself, which means you're going to get more. You get the experience of it, right? And you can kind of look around and see how you need to do yours if you're going to try to plant your own stuff. So it's nothing but a win there. Right. Oh, they got a farmer's market. Good job. But if you find that you pick, then you're going to get an even better deal than the farmer's market. And watch, the kids going to want to go back. Instead of going to the fun part, they going to want to go back out there. Oh, what'd you do this weekend? Oh, we picked blueberries and strawberries. And then we went to an apple orchard and we made cider. And my mom, she dried some apples and we made apple crisp. Oh, yeah, they love that kind of stuff. That's a great photo op, too. Great photo op. Pick cherries and all these different things. Hmm. Find out what native fruits are grown where you at and grab that. And then look up recipes that you'll be able to make with the dried fruit. You see what I mean? Yes. Make it a learning experience. All right, y'all. I'm about to run to the restaurant real quick, and then when I come back, we'll do the rest of Tobe. Well, we gonna do Tobe. This world is really, 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 really going crazy, and like we really are living in. I just remember being in church in the early 1980s and hearing about this and being scared to go home and go to sleep. Tobit, Tobit. It's on Bible Gateway. Just type in Tobit Bible Gateway. Tobit and then Bible Gateway. It'll come up. It's in the Good News translation. Sorry, I'm going to the restroom. Okay. I am back, family. Big mangoes, avocados, and limes. Yes. I eat all of it. All of it. Let's get this rocking and socking. Y'all ready? Rocking, socking, something. Y'all remember that? Rockin', sockin', something. What is that from? Rockin', sockin', something. The 80s. Is that from 80s? Some, like, boxing gloves or something that made new? I don't know. 90s. Sometime. They was robots. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, they used to, like, punch each other, didn't they? Okay. It's in a Christmas movie. Oh, okay. All right. So everybody got to Tobit, the second chapter. In the fifth. No, I'm just playing. Did y'all go to Bible Gateway? Huh? Everybody at Bible Gateway say I. If you is, you should be at the Good News Translation GNT version. Is we there? Excuse me. Okay. We at the second chapter. Lord. Okay. All right. Let's get this cracking, family. So it says, when I returned home, I was reunited with my wife, Anna, and my son, Tobias, at the Harvest Festival, which is also called the Festival of Weeks. Now, who read Jubilees or the Bible? Y'all know what the Festival of Weeks is. It's a celebration. They was kicking it. Should you all move to Arizona? Hell no. As far as you can away from there, as a matter of fact. Mm-mm. You'll not want to do that. They don't have their own water supply. If they cut off the water from Colorado and Texas, or the gas from Colorado or Texas, they're screwed. Definitely don't want to be in a desert with no water. I'm trying to get my son and my parents to leave. They ain't listening. You don't have to make it up to the mountains in order to find some water in Phoenix. Yeah. I used to live there. Absolutely not. Oh, man. Okay. So anyway, I sat down to a delicious meal, and when I saw how much food there was on the table, I said to Tobias, son, go out and find one of our people who is living in poverty here in exile, someone who takes God's commands seriously, and bring him back with you so that he can share the festival meal with us. I won't start eating until you come back. So Tobias went out to look for such a person, but he quickly returned shouting, Father, Father. Yes, what is it? I asked. One of our people has been murdered. Someone strangled him and threw his body into the marketplace. Is this still happening right now? Folks go outside and discover a dead body on the backside of their house, or in a trash can, or in an alley. So this ain't new. Strangled. That was a personal thing. We know that from watching all of our crime shows, that it was somebody close to them that did that, because that's the crime of passion, or you're close to a person when you strangle them. They said that's a different type of anger toward a person. They said to shoot somebody or whatever is okay, but when you want to use your hands to take a person's life, they said that's personal. So we know for a fact that whoever did this, somebody that this person knew. Even just from that, they were close to this person. There was emotion involved. Ain't that crazy? Still happening today. I jumped up and left the table without even touching my food. I removed the body from the street and carried it to a little shed. where I left it until sunset when I could bury it. Then I returned home and washed so as to purify myself. In deep sorrow, I ate my dinner. I was reminded of what the prophet Amos said, excuse me, had said to the people of Bethel. Your festivals will be turned into funerals, and your glad songs will become cries of grief. Can I ask you a question? What happens at a lot of festivals today? People at baseball games and football games get into arguments and people get trampled and hurt. Concerts. It's supposed to be a festival, a gathering of good time, and people get killed. Shootouts, fightings, whatever, racist type deals happen and somebody get hurt. So he said all the times that y'all supposed to be celebrating is going to be turned into funerals, and a lot of people end up the Freaknik. The Freakniks that have been happening have been ending in funerals. There's supposed to be a festival, a celebration of getting together and having fun, but the Freakniks that have been happening have been ending in funerals. There are graduation parties that have been ending in funerals. There are funerals that end with another funeral because they got shot up and somebody got killed at the funeral, at the viewing, at the repast. So the celebration of someone's life because they have passed even results in another funeral. So something that a prophet spoke all these years ago, y'all, is still happening in our day right now. Do y'all see that nothing has really changed? Family members are still killing their family members. It's a real thing. He said, I began to weep. After sunset, I went out and dug a grave and buried the man. My neighbors thought I was crazy. Haven't you learned anything? They asked. You have already been hunted down once for burying the dead, and you would have been killed if you had not run away. Excuse me. But here you are doing the same thing all over again. That night I washed so as to purify myself and went out into the courtyard to sleep by the wall. It was a hot night, and I did not pull the cover up over my head. Sparrows were on the wall right above me, but I did not know it. Their warm droppings fell into my eyes, causing a white film to form on them. And I went to the doctor. I went to one doctor after another, but the more they treated me with their medicines, the worse my eyes became until I was completely blind. So a sparrow's poop dropped in this dude's eyes and blinded him. And every time that he went to the doctor, he got worse. Every time he used the doctor's medicine, his eyes got worse. Do we talk about that here? Yes, nephew, you caught that? I go to the doctor to get sleep medicine, and now my kidneys are failing. I go get lisinopril for my blood pressure, and now my lips are swollen and my throat is closing. I go to get cancer treatment, and all of my hair falls out. I have lesions on my body, and now all of my other systems are shutting down. My bones are splitting. My, Dallas Center Pro happened to you. Here we go. It be in here. It be in here. Tell me everything ain't in here. Everything is in here. Everything is in the word. And that's why y'all be like, "Sir, That's why this leg is still messed up. That's why when I tore my ACL, MCL, and had them bone bruises, I ain't had no surgery. I've been doing my own physical therapy. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I'm gonna need you to heal this matter you made. And I know some things, yes, but some things, no, I'm not running back and forth to the doctor. You're not about to play lab rat with me. Mm-mm. They practice it. And if you're practicing, that means you don't know. You've had patients with the same problem with lisinopril. You try to get them off. Come on now. Medical practice. Okay. So here we go. For 4 years, I could see nothing. My relatives were deeply concerned about my condition, and Ahikar supported me for 2 years when he went to the land of Elam. After Ahikar left, my wife Anna had to go to work. So she took up weaving like many other women. The people she worked for would pay her when she delivered the cloth. One spring day, she cut a fresh piece of cloth from the loom and took it to the people who had ordered it. They paid her full price and also gave her a goat. When Anna came home with the goat, it began to bleat. I called out, "Where did that goat come from? You stole it, didn't you? Take it straight back to its owners. It's not right to eat stolen food." How many of y'all gonna do that? Your spouse come home with something that you think is stolen. Is you gonna tell them to take it back, or is you gonna tell them to keep it? They come home with a hot TV. Oh, my homeboy, man, he worked for Walmart. He getting the deals. Is you gonna tell them to keep it, or is you gonna tell them to take it back? You said before meeting you, I would have kept it for real, but now I take it back. Good job. Because if you don't, God could have had 10 goats for you. But you kept that one and you didn't ate that. Now you ain't got nothing. And he had 10 goats stored up for you to where you would have had some babies and it would have just kept going. So you always cheat yourself when you try to take something that is, I don't want no parts of it. Take it back. Cheat yourself. Yep, you cheat yourself. Because then you cancel out whatever miracle God was going to do for you when you take that little bit. And then he said, even that little bit that you got, I'm going to take that away. So the stuff you stole or you was okay getting hot, he said, you ain't going to be able to keep it. I'm going to make sure the moms eat it and all that is going to be ruined. Somebody going to come steal it from you. And you did all that and you still got to pay for it. And you don't got nothing. I don't want nothing stolen. I don't want nothing hot. I don't want nothing on the hookup unless God marked it down for me. Yeah. When you, like, okay, y'all remember people used to be at the gas pump? If you know, you know. People used to be at the gas pump. Right? Right? I'm telling y'all, my homeboys and homegirls would get that gas and then their car break down. Or they'll lose their job. Or both of their tires will blow. Or all of a sudden their engine knocking. I used to be like, for just a tank of gas. And you know what they would say? I didn't steal the card. the moment that the person that did take the card started using it, it became a cursed thing. And anything purchased with that said card is cursed. You getting it? You didn't have to steal it. But anything purchased with the stolen card is cursed because the card is cursed. Because it's a stolen object. So it's a curse on it from the time it swipes. From the time it is stolen, it's cursed. Clothing, cursed. You got a booster, she be getting you clothes. Every time you wear clothes from her, something happen, you end up in jail, end up into an argument, kids end up doing something. It's cursed. And you wearing, driving, eating cursed things. So you cursed. And you always gonna end up losing 7 times the value, not of what you paid the booster or the person, but the value of the thing. So say for instance, like my daughter, she bought me a Victoria's Secret sweatsuit. And I got the tags, the top and the bottom. We'll say it's what, $100 for the set or something like that. And the top be like 40 or something. And then the bottoms be like about 40, right? For their little velour sweatsuits. How much is the, I just popped the tags. I didn't even look at it. She bought it for me. How much? About $80 for a sweatsuit or something like that from Victoria's Secret, right? At Christmas time, the little cute ones that, yes. About 100, right? I was thinking, yeah, okay, yeah. The tags is. I'm about to go get this, just so I know. Oh, she took the tag off of it, but look, you will. Anyway, I guess it. Oh, it's a reason I didn't throw this away. What you stealing and they don't know. And guess what? When I put it up to the light, you can see it. Look. Ooh, I hope it ain't swimming. Y'all see it in there? So what you stealing and they don't know it's at your house? Y'all see it in there? This is transmitting the signal even now. They can tap, the government can tap into this RFID chip that is on in this and listen to what's going on in my house. And look. This is why God told me don't throw it away. I'm gonna show y'all the back. Look. It's in there too. But I told y'all Kohl's and Target and Walmart been doing this since 2008 or 5 or something. It's the paper tag. It is the paper tag. And this came off. I'm gonna show y'all the jumpsuit it came off of. What you done stole that they don't know at your house? That's Victoria's Secret. It is Victoria's Secret, pumpkin. My daughter bought this 2 years ago for me, and I just wore it the other day. y'all seen me in it one day because I put it on to take pictures, but this was the first time I wore it out. It's almost the same color as my robe. This. I just popped the tags off of this. She bought it 2 years ago. And that's what that tag was on. Everybody like, damn. And the government can tell that the same RFID that's in there is in your tags. That's why they don't have to run your plates because that's in there. They know where you at. They know where all their stuff is. They do. That's crazy. That changed your whole perspective of what they know and don't, huh? I told y'all they been tracking their stuff. They know exactly where their stuff is. What you taking? What is you taking that they don't know about? Nothing. This how Walmart know where they stuff is too. Cause it's one in the Walmart tags too. Target, all of them. What you been stealing that they don't know? They can listen to you in the car talking about how you stole it with this RFID because it's a receiver. It's a two-way receiver. We gonna keep this in the. That's a good deal there. That's why I be like, no, I don't want to steal nothing. They know. God know and they know. If it ain't marked down for me and God, what's for me is for me. The rest of it, I don't need no parts of it. Whose mind is blown with that? For real, for real. Some of y'all already knew, but some of y'all didn't. Who didn't know? I will. Still want some stolen stuff? Still want a hot TV? Still want a hot surround sound system or whatever it is that y'all getting hot? They know exactly where their stuff is. And because most transactions are digital, they know exactly who had it, who it transferred to, and who collected the money on the value of half of their merchandise. This is all tags, baby. It's Walmart, Target, Lane Bryant. Everybody got it. Everybody. Yeah. Oh, I know. I believe it. They been, but these RFID chips have. They at first they was throwing them in the weave, like the thick part on your jeans. They was there first, and in your belt loops on your pants and stuff, because you just thinking it's fabric that's been stitched. You don't know that it's a right size piece of thing in your cuff. They stitched them into the. They done got smarter and put them in flat tags, but at first they were stitched into your clothes. And I told y'all I read about this in an article in like 2005 or 6. It was a long time ago. And this is how they know what regions. This is how they try to do it was demographic information. They want to know who's buying more red shirts and jeans and sweatshirts, but it was really to track other things. This is how Walmart is able to go back and do their RICO Act because they know where all the merchandise went because it has RFID chips on it. Anyway, back to Toby. That's crazy. I wonder, I feel a little, oh my God, energy coming from this way. Is anybody's stomach a little unsettled? Or yes, baby, I can feel it. I can feel it over here. I can feel it. That's crazy. And they like, I can feel that, baby. I feels it all. Don't even worry about it. You said shook it, son. Oh, shoot. I can feel it, y'all. Everybody's silent. Ooh. Ooh. Listen here. I can feel the energy. Everybody's sitting over there at work like, dang. Man, I wonder if they. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You will get a daily throat chop here. Come on back. Every day. They going through their clothes now, like, yep, I need to go on and get that. And I told her I bought that outfit. Because I'll be embarrassed if they start showing up getting their stuff back. Ooh. Tell me God don't see everything. He said everything is recorded. Ain't that crazy? Even the stuff that you take. And my friends nicknamed me Paranoia. I had reasons for my suspicions. Come on, baby. I was the paranoia. You all, well, we ain't coming to get you, and that's why you itches is always in a situation. Because y'all don't want to come get me. Because I'm going to tell your dumb self don't do it. Mm. I'm the grandma friend, so they leave me at home when they be on dummy missions. They don't even call me and tell me until after they want me to listen to the problem. And I'll be like, well, I got to go. Y'all didn't call me when y'all was going, so don't call me after it's over. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. It ain't my problem. Homie. It is not my problem. Okay. So she said, no. No, she replied. It was given to me as a gift in addition to what I got for the cloth. But I didn't believe her, and I blushed for shame for what she had done. I ordered her to return the goat to its owners, but she had the last word. Now I see what you are really like, she shouted. Where is all that concern of yours for others? What about all these good deeds you used to do? Like, can't nobody give us nothing? You forever looking out for somebody. You don't think God is going to give us what we need? Somebody can't give to us? As my cousin say, see the brown side of your hand? She said, cousin, I'm always seeing the white. I need to see the brown. That means I need somebody dropping something in my hand. I said, that's good. Yeah, the brown side. You want to see the brown side of somebody? Because that means they dropping something off. But if you only see the white, that means you the one that's always giving. Ain't that crazy? She said, honey, I need to see the brown. I said, oh, that's a thing right there. Thank the Lord delivered me from stealing, but I had to pay it back and more. Come on, thank you for being honest, Miss Sierra. See, honesty gets you somewhere. She said, I used to have sticky fingers, but I don't know more, and I paid way more. Huh? Court fees and this and that. And you be like, I didn't get nothing but $200 stuff. I had to pay $6,000 in attorney's fees and restitution, and it wasn't even worth it. That's why the Bible tell you count up the cost. Count up the cost of your actions because they going to cost something. Everything. A night out with somebody you ain't supposed to be can cost you your life. Hanging with people that don't make wise decisions can cost you your life. All these different things. Split second decisions can change the pathway of your life and the generations that are supposed to come out of you, or they might not ever. Because think about this. If the men that go to jail and the women that are locked up in prison get life at a very early age, they not going to be, unless they banging one of the jail people or they got a duck out space at jail, they're never going to reproduce. So how many generations have not been here for the males that are locked up and the females that got life, or 40 or 50 years, so by the time they get out, they pass childbearing age? How many people are not going to make it here? If they didn't have children before they went, how will they get them? So then there's generations that don't get to come out of that person, and the world don't get to see them reproduce. Like, you gotta look at everything that be going on around us. Decisions. The Lucifer knows that a split second decision can cost you your life in more than one way. So he gonna try to take your life, whether it be through you not having a full life, the quality of life, or the fact that you just don't breathe at all. Him and his homeboys thing, the enmity between thy seed and his seed. See, a lot of people miss that. But God said, okay, the serpent was the physical aspect of it, but we know for a fact that the angel seeds were the giants. And who kept opposing the Israelites or the chosen people of God were the seed of the angels. Well, there was a fallen angel in the snake. So, yes, snakes attack us, but that spiritually meant, here we go. The seed of the giants is what was going against Israel. The seed of the angels. The angel is what spoke through the snake, Lucifer, the fallen angel. So when he said there was going to be enmity between you and the snake, it was really Lucifer. Yes, it was the snake because snakes attack us, the physical body of the snake, but it was also the demon's children, or the fallen angel's children who became the demons. Because it says that the watchers are the fathers of the demons. The watchers are the fallen angels who slept with the women and created the giants and the monsters. So, the disembodied spirits are the children of the angels, the fallen ones. Their seed against humans. So we fight a war against the seed of the enemy every day because they were living beings, created souls. They had souls and spirits and everything. But their spirits had to be trapped here on earth because their daddies thought because they were eternal that their children would be. That's why the Eternals and the Immortals and all of this. But God said, no, they're not going to be immortal, actually. I'm not going to let. Well, excuse me. They're going to live forever, but as demons. And they ain't going to be able to get back into their bodies until I say so. And they're going to have to float past their bodies and all of that. They're going to have to see it. And so then what they do is inhabit humans as parasites. This is demonic possession. They don't have their own bodies no more because God said when you was in it, you caused destruction. But guess what? When they inhabit a human body, they do the same thing. They destroy that person's lives and the lives around them. Sometimes hundreds of thousands of people are affected when there is a parasite in a person. A fallen spirit from eons ago. Don't believe it? We about to read the story. Give me a second. So, skip to 3. Go to Tobit 3. And then go down to the 7th verse where it says Sarah's troubles. I'm about to show y'all. Ain't nothing changed. When you got it, say I. Just get to the next page. And then go down to 7 where it says Sarah's troubles. So I can show y'all how crazy this is. I. You. Me. Us. Which one we at? Okay. We got eyes over here. We in Tobit on the Bible Gateway. Type in Tobit chapter 3 Bible Gateway and it's gonna come right up. We at the 7th verse. Okay. So it says that same day in the city of Ecbatana, or Ecbatana in Media, it happened that Sarah, the daughter of a man named Ragel, I don't know how to say this name, was insulted by one of her father's servant women. Sarah had been married 7 times, but the evil demon Asmodeus killed each husband before the marriage could be consummated. The servant woman said, okay, wait, go back. We're gonna read that again. Just that part. 8. Sarah had been married 7 times, but the evil demon Asmodeus killed each husband before the marriage could be consummated. Now, Asmodeus had a physical body. He had a physical body. Or Asmodeus. Okay? Before they could ever consummate their marriage, he would kill them. So they would go have their wedding nights, and then they would die. Think she's the first Black widow? Anybody? Who got they Old Testament Supergrapha or your um PDF? Y'all got your Old Testament. I know y'all here. If you can flip, save this because we about to come right back to it. Okay, go to page 965 down at the bottom, chapter 5. Go to page 965, book 1, chapter 5, down at the bottom of the page, please. Say I when you get there. 965, book 1, chapter 5, down at the bottom. Keep your place right here in Toby. Y'all got it? Okay. Solomon interrogates Asmodeus or Asmodeus and learns of his activity. So we just read that Tobit, a girl named Sarah, was being tormented by a spirit that would kill her husbands in Media. Okay? Then we can go to the Testament of Solomon and see in the 5th chapter that Solomon actually got to talk to this demon. I commanded another demon to be brought to me, and he, Beelzebub, brought me the evil demon Asmodeus or Asmodeus, bound. And I asked him, who are you? He scowled at me and said, and who are you? And I said to him, you dare to answer so arrogantly when you have been punished like this? He continued to give forth the same look and said to me, how should I answer you? You are the Son of Man. But although I was born of a human mother, I am the son of an angel. We're going to read it again. You got your book highlighted. Now, who's watched Supernatural? Anybody watch Supernatural? Asmodeus or Asmodai was on Supernatural. Asmodeus was on there. He was a Nephilim, Titan, whatever. Let's go back and read that. Y'all got the book. You're reading it for yourself. All right, right there. He said, how should I answer you? You are the son of a man. But although I was born of a human mother, I am the son of an angel. It is impossible for one of heavenly origin to speak an arrogant word to one of earthly origin. He said, "My mama from earth, but my daddy is an angel. Why is you even talking to me? I was created. My DNA make me higher than you. I can't speak arrogantly to you when you was made out of dirt. And part of me is from the heavens. I got heavenly origin. Now, the people in Africa that have the bird feet say the same thing, that their ancestors came from Sirius B. They knew where it was before NASA did. And they have bird feet. Everybody. So this demon at some point in time was a living, breathing soul. He was one of the children of the Watchers. When I've been telling y'all this, y'all might have thought CERCA has lost it. Well, it's here. And we can go in Tobit. And Asmodeus, he's mentioned in other places in KJV too. So he used to be a giant. He was a demigod. And now he's a disembodied evil spirit that remembers what it's like to be with a woman. But because he wants her for himself, even though he don't have a physical body, he kills her husbands. Because he can have sex with her while she sleeps, but she don't know who he is. Your wet dreams be spirits. Because they know what it's like to be intimate. Because they was alive. So when we see the videos, like Emily Rose or whatever it is, when a woman's buttons is being popped off her shirt by an unseen force that is dang near crushing her and breaking her bed down. Y'all done seen the scary movies? Where the whole bed frame dang near be bent because whatever this massive invisible entity is that they laid down on this woman is dang near suffocating her like a giant spirit. King Kong and the little woman. Y'all don't think that have anything to do with the giant? They told y'all without telling y'all that the big man used to come get the little bitty woman, and even know whatever they was gonna keep them for themselves. A trophy wife. Can't do nothing with her, but I'll just keep her put up over here because she's beautiful and I like looking at her. Okay. My constellation is like an animal which reclines in its den in heaven. Some men call me the great bear, but others the offspring of a dragon. The offspring of a dragon. Now, if I go here to the book of Enoch, Og, and the giants, just give me a moment here. Ah! I love my dad. He's so great. Look at it. See see it? See what they say? The dragon siblings. The dragon siblings, with white hair and blue eyes, that entered the 100,000 giant war from the east. The dragon siblings that told of a wealthy city in the sky. The dragon siblings who worship gods we do not know. The dragon siblings who were protected by the bright ones, the angels. The dragon siblings whose joining army added 20,000 Rephaim to the battle. The kingdom of Og hired the dragon siblings with the gold stripped from Baal of the earth's temple. A curse forevermore is upon all of us for our purchase. Their tales and exploits against the circumcised, are they not recorded in the wars of the giants in the mountains? So there's a book called The Wars of the Giants in the Mountains that we don't know nothing about. So Asmodeus says, some people say, now we know for a fact his mama was human, his daddy was an angel. We know for a fact that the angels went into the dragons, the reptiles, which made giant lizards. They went into the human and made giant people. They went into the animals and made giant animal beings. That's why this book is good to have, the book of Og, Enoch, and the giants. It's great. This one has all three. My other one just got the king of Og and then whatever and so forth. So, moving on. So, this is why all these books are important. Because we know that Og is listed in the KJV. We know that what Abraham fought against, it was either Abraham or I think it was Abraham. Because he lied uncle, right? Ain't Abraham lied to uncle? Abraham, I think, fought with Og or killed Og or whatever to get him back. To get Lot back. Was it Abraham? It wasn't Moses. It was Abraham. One of them. Anyway, yeah, they fought Og to get him back. Nimrod was alive around this time because Og hated Nimrod. Og, this war, this 100,000 giant war was against Nimrod and his giants. It's 100,000 giants all together in this war. And they describe where they came from. The cold lands, the hot lands, the east, Japan, China, all these places. You mean like where the dragons is coming out now? The dragons is coming out of the east right now. And they saying they're not real. But even in this book from however 5,000 years ago, they saying all the dragons was coming out the east. You mean where they showing up at right now? The giant reptiles, the giant lizards, are showing up in a place where they said that the dragon siblings used to live. Now we know why the Japanese or the Asian culture is so big on dragons. And a lot of their symbols have dragons. Their festivals have dragons. Mulan, all of them. The festival of the New Year, it's always some dragons and people with the sticks, and everything got everything. Okay. So now that we know that Asmodeus or Asmodai or Asmodeus, okay, is a earth, he was born on earth, but his daddy was an angel. He's also a part of a constellation. Makes sense. Because his daddy does not have earthly origin. And most times, whatever your daddy is, you are. That's used to be what it was. It didn't really matter about the mama. It was like your daddy determined your race a lot of times. Right? That's what it used to be. Whatever your father was, you was. Until like slavery times. But a lot of times, whatever your daddy was, that was what they wanted you to identify as. This is why the bloodlines became so important. He might be a Duke of Hell, and that would make sense because his daddy is a fallen angel. Okay, so hold on. So when we read in the Jubilees, okay, about the demons that was running rampant on the earth, and only 90% of them were put away. Just think about that, y'all. How many giants that was. My mind gets blown every day. Good. 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 Make me excited, Miss Lisa. Mm-hmm. Now y'all see why I kept having to read. Every time God blow my mind, I want to know more. What you mean? I can't stop here. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop. For real. Okay, so look, we got to get going because I want y'all to see. So it says Sarah had been married 7 times with the evil demon Asmodeus, who used to be human and knows what it like to be with a woman. Well, not human, but a humanoid. Killed each husband before the marriage could be consummated. The servant woman said to Sarah, "You husband killer, look at you. You already had 7 husbands, but none of them lived long enough to give you a son. Why should you take it out on us? Why don't you go and join your dead husbands? I hope we never see a child of yours." This is the maid talking crazy. She called her husband killer. The audacity. Sarah was so depressed that she burst into tears and went upstairs determined to hang herself. But when she thought it over, she said to herself, "No, I won't do it. People will insult my father and say you had only one child, a daughter whom you love dearly, but she hanged herself because she felt so miserable. Such grief would bring my gray-haired father to his grave, and I would be responsible. I won't kill myself. I'll just beg the Lord to let me die. Then I won't have to listen to those insults any longer." So you mean to tell me that words were too much for people back in that day too, and the horrible things that people said, just like bullying on the internet, caused people to hang themselves even back then? People talking about stuff that they have no idea really what's going on cause people to unalive themselves. She didn't have no control over it. It was a demon killing her husband. But everybody felt like they knew what was going on. So they felt like they could say whatever they wanted to say about the situation. Be careful of the situations you speak on because you don't even know what's going on for you. Then Sarah stood by the window, raised her arms in prayer, and said, "God of mercy, worthy of praise, may your name always be honored. May all your creation praise you forever. Lord, I look to you for help. Speak the word and set me free from this life. Then I will no longer have to hear these insults. You know, O Lord, that I am still a virgin, and I have never been defiled by a man. Never have I disgraced myself or my father's name, as long as we have lived in this land of exile. My father has no other children to be his heir, or child to be his heir, and there is no relative whom I can marry. I have already lost 7 husbands, so why should I live any longer? But if it is not your will to take my life, at least show me mercy to me, and don't let me hear those insults again." As Tobit and Sarah were praying, God in heaven heard their prayers because he was praying for something and she was praying for something. But God heard their prayers at the same time and sent his angel Raphael to help them. He was sent to remove the white film from Tobit's eyes so that he could see again and to arrange a marriage between Sarah and Tobit's son Tobias, who, as her cousin, had the right to marry her. Raphael was also ordered to expel the demon Asmodeus from Sarah. At the very moment that Tobit went back into his house from the courtyard, Sarah, in her house in Ecbatana, was coming downstairs. Tell me this ain't juicy. God be hearing people's prayers. He know who you supposed to be with. They ain't got to be in the city where you at. You just line up with what God wants you to do, and God's going to make sure that you run into him. And he going to kill three birds with one stone. He going to heal old boy's eyes, arrange the marriage, and get rid of the demon. When he show up, they don't even know it's coming. They don't even know God that heard their prayers, and God's plan is already in motion. Take this to your life. Just because you don't see or hear, he don't come and say, I'm going to do it. Don't mean he ain't. He already working. You don't got to worry about it. And he's already worked it out. Everything in the situation. Now you see why he be like, don't think for me. I done already figured it out, and I've already sent my help. Raphael had three things he needed to do. Take the scales off that man's eyes because he'd been blind for 4 years. Get rid of the demon, his nephew, and get them to get together. Shoot an arrow. Mm-hmm. God had already answered their prayer. So I'm about to get off and go make me some breakfast. Sausage and blueberry waffles. It sounds real good right now. And I need to do my nails because they look a hot mess. I got 5 fingers here. And I want to finish coloring. Just working on my stuff. Y'all can go read the rest of Tobit. Y'all know where it's at. Y'all know I just dropped the seeds. Y'all got the water and planted yourself. Starting my tree. Oh, yeah. Getting down through there. I'm so excited. Tobit is wilding. Yes, it's really good. It's really good. But okay, so who's seeing these stories come together? Because we see Asmodeus, Asmodeus, however you say his name. We gonna see him in a lot of stories. But we know for a fact from the Testament of Solomon, because Solomon got a chance to speak with him, that he had a human mother and an angel father. So now let's Google it. Really? The prince of demons of hell. He is the king of the demons, or the jinn, or the shedim, or the divs, like divas. Really. The prince of demons and hell. And he used to have a human mama. It says Asmodai or Ashmodea is a prince of demons in hell. In Judeo-Islamic lore, he is the king of both demons and daemons. Asmodeus is mostly known for the Deuteronomical canon book of Tobit, in which he is primarily an antagonist. Hmm. Uh, I just be wanting to know when y'all be reading this stuff with me, what do it do to y'all? To be able to read it and see it and then back it up, because you could probably go to your mythology book or one of your demon books, your demon encyclopedia, or your demon dictionary, and it's probably going to be in there. Now, Ashmodai used to be spelled ASH, like Ashtaroth. But Ashmodai. Wonder if he's connected to Ashtaroth in any way. Be interesting to find out. You said whoosh out my toes down a year ago. Okay. They didn't wiggle on off. They just be sitting over on the table. Listen, now y'all understand how you can read the Bible every day. Because every time God gives you another piece, you have to go back and, oh my God, that makes so much sense. Oh my God. Before you know it, you done pulled out 10 books and it's all right there. My blinders are off my eyes now. Come on. That part. Listen. That's why when people like the Bible is reading it right. Change your outlook on life 360. Wow. That makes me excited, y'all. It's to see how the devils war against us and who they are. So when I pull out this book, now if this didn't make sense, it makes sense all the more. The Watchers, the Nephilim, and the biblical cosmic war of the seed. The cosmic war. Because you see what he told Solomon. He said, bro, my daddy is an angel like me, for real. The seed of the angels and the seed of man. And God said that there was going to be enmity, a war between they seed and your seed. The fallen angel seed. And they put their seed into animals, fish, birds, and reptile, not only humans. This is where the dinosaurs came from. Genetic mutation. Because as soon as the angels put their seed into the human and animal and fish, bird genome, it ruined it. Because God made the genome perfect. The angels mixed the genomes. And this is where genetic disorders comes from. Because they, even the scientists say at some point in time there was something introduced into the human genome that blah, 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 blah. Angel DNA, animal DNA. Because then the half-breeds or the hybrids started mating with the human children because their seed could do so. And this is why you see the animalistic genetic disorders in our people right now. They wanted to destroy, they couldn't destroy man's seed from the outside, so they got into the genome to try to destroy it from the inside out, to try to erase it. And their seed, disembodied spirits, are still trying to do that till today. These are the voices that people hear in their head, the disembodied spirits. This is how there can be 1,000 voices in a person's head because they're disembodied. They can compare. They're not in matter like us. So now you know why people be hearing voices, because it is. They just disembodied spirits who lived a type of human experience, humanoid beings that know all of what it feels like to eat, to make love, to cook, to bathe in water, to get in a warm pool, to feel the sun, and they don't get to feel that anymore, but they still have to stay here. So they inhabit our bodies so that they can feel that again. And you have to force them out. And folks still think they're connected into and speaking with ancestors. Well, technically, like I said, some of them are their ancestors. Because these people had human mothers. And now you understand this book even more, where it says the kindred evil spirits which attack mankind. Because they mamas was human, which would have been the great-great-grandmothers of us too. Okay? There's only one line of people as far as that. So the evil spirits that attack us, technically because their moms were human, are our kindred. And they attack mankind. That's important because humans are mankind. But as you can see, as Asmodeus said, my mama is mankind, but my daddy ain't. And the beings that were created from that union, Gaia and from Earth and heaven, Uranus or whatever it was, the stars, created the genetic mutations and the beings that have constantly, even to this day, even though they are disembodied, going against us, trying to make us kill ourselves or kill others or destroy ourselves altogether, because they don't get to inhabit their bodies. We do. And they don't get a second chance. We get 1,000,000 of them. So when you look at who's leading you away from God and the seducing spirits, they be trying to trick you, oh, God ain't real and this and that. Who talking to you? Spirits that have been here way longer than us, some of them since the 7th generation from Adam, because that's when the angels went into the women. In the 7th generation from Adam. So them spirits been here since the 7th generation from Adam. But think about this. They was living first as angels, and then they had their kids. So, I love y'all. I'm about to go eat. Get to reading. Evil is clever, nephew. Finish reading Tobit. It's a really good story. If you haven't read it, it's a really good story. And it's short. It's not too long. I love y'all. Have a great day, too. Y'all got some studying to do. Go study about Asmodeus, Asmodai, or you could do something easy and look up Supernatural and say episodes with Asmodeus, Asmodai, whatever, and then look at it on there, too. That's even a cheaty way to do it. If cheaty is a good word. Yeah. You can watch him on Supernatural. He's on a lot of stuff. I think he came up on the Magicians, too. There's some other shows he showed up in. Just type in TV shows with Asmodeus in it and see what comes up. It's probably a lot more than you know. Love y'all. We'll get back on here later. And give me some food.